We do not own the rights to this music. Shout out to Malaco Records. Shout out to Miami Workshop Music. Do not own the rights to this music. Be with you momentarily. It's Golden Nugget time. It is Sunday. It is Sunday. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. And it's Golden Nugget time. Yeah, it's Golden Nugget time. That's some information for you that's going to bless you on the Sunday. On the Lord's Day, Sunday morning. I got some motivation for you. Got some golden nuggets for you. It's going to help you. It's going to bless you. It's going to touch you. It's going to do something for you. I'm going to talk to you. If you don't own the rights to this music, shout out to Malaco Records. This is the Mississippi Children's Mass Choir throwback. And we'll close out with Kirby Brown, The Real Thing, Miami Workshop Music. Shout out to those artists and labels. Again, we do not own the rights to this music. If I could talk to you for just a few moments. You know, it's custom on Sundays. We give you Golden Nugget. We don't use profane. We do no exposures until the sun goes down. This is Sunday. I woke up this morning. Had a thought on my mind. First thing I woke up, I said thank you, and I said, Lord, I'm blessed. And in spite of all our shortcomings, He still blesses me. Psalms 1, David penned the first division of Psalm. I want to talk to you about being blessed. David said, blessed is the man. That's what David said. David said, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Yeah. Blessed is the man. Blessed is the man. Blessed is the man. And walk him down the counsel of the ungodly. nor standeth in the way of sinners. And he said, none ain't going to sit in the seat of the scornful. And he said, his delight is in the law of the Lord. And the Lord is he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree. Gonna come back to that tree piece in a minute. That's planted by rivers of water. You know, something about being blessed. Something about when you tap into your blessed piece. Because we all blessed. A lot of us don't realize it. Take it for granted. I told you yesterday that I have a reasonable portion of health and strength. Not where I'd like to be. But I'm still blessed. You know, Donna Lawrence came out with a song since it's Sunday. Donna Lawrence said, song taken from a scripture. Donna Lawrence said, I never seen so I once was young, and I was. But now I'm old. But I've never seen the righteous forsaken. Yep, men forsaken. Women forsaken. David even said, when your mother and father forsake you, he'll take you up. I told you this morning, I'm blessed. I told you 3 days ago, I'm favored. He said, but I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed. We're talking about that tree. His seed beg for bread. You know something about a tree. You see trees, and something is so beautiful about a tree. You know, when a tree is planted, the tree doesn't start out like you see it. The tree that's planted, I didn't say properly. I said when a tree is planted, the bark or the trunk of the tree is not yay wide, it's yay wide. And over time, as that tree grows, it establishes roots. Roots begin to spread out and anchor themselves in the earth. The roots of a tree. And after development, after storms, after rain, after season, after season, after season, eventually you have a huge tree. The roots are spread out, grounded, rooted in the ground. And when that tree continues to go through that growth process, sometimes trees go through storms. You all in hurricane country, Florida, around the panhandle, around them areas with the water, that. You see the trees, palm trees, bowing in the wind, but they don't break. Something about the strength of a tree and its roots. You see the tree in the springtime, you see a lot of leaves and flowers and vegetation go around it, on the tree. Come summertime, you see a little more blooming and blossoms and plants and leaves and things on the tree. Come fall, the winter, come fall, some say autumn, tree goes through a transformation. Leaves change. Color of the leaves aren't green as they once were in the springtime. Seasons, phases. Old man winter come, all the leaves is gone. The tree, the bark, the roots are there. Old man winter come, limbs fall off the tree. Leaves gone. Tree is bare. No fruit, no vegetation, no leaves, no flowers, no blossom, no nothing. Just a bare, broken tree. And when that tree goes to these transformations, we look and some of us say, oh man, this tree is just, oh man, is that the same tree? The scenery changes. Not as beautiful. You don't smell the fragrance. You don't see the green. You don't see the life in the tree. Because its appearance, it seems to be dead. The tree. And we as humans and people are as trees. But D, what you talking about? Well, if you are not rooted, when the storm comes, you'll be like the wind that the shaft goes with. The tree. The tree. The tree. The tree in the wintertime is bare. Springtime, get some life. Summertime, the leaves and the growth blossoms and those leaves get to transform into something prettier. In the fall and the autumn, they change. Leaves fall to the ground. The leaves from the tree. Some wonder why you go in some rural areas and you see tree leaves on the ground piled up. And some say, oh, that looks horrible, that looks tacky. Yeah, why don't people rake up the leaves? Leaves, when they decompose, they become fertilization for what? The roots, the grass that's in that particular proximity. Wintertime, that tree is bare. Limbs break off, branches break off, leaves gone. But it's still a tree. Even though we have seasons, everyone's season, everyone's tree is different. And when You have gone through transitions and seasons. Some people's winter is longer than others. No, no. Because if I head over about 2,000 or 3,000 miles, a little place called Alaska. If I go over to some other countries, where it's always cold, everybody's season is different. But after the winter time comes, here comes again the spring. And what was once bare what was once bare reproduces. The same leaves that fell to the ground fertilize the earth come back. Yeah. But then you have trees that need maintenance. May need to be pruned, may need to, have some adjustment. And when you have that, some trees look good on the outside. Come through and cut the tree. You see that the tree is rotted from the inside out. That to be removed. And David, David is a very unique person in the Holy Writ. And what fascinates me about David, although David made some foolish move, although David had made some mistakes, because David was a murderer. I'm going somewhere if you just stay here for a minute. Yeah, David was a murderer. Yeah, the same David that, Jesse's boy, the scrawny little boy, David. And matter of fact, David always had the heart of a shepherd because he was a shepherd boy. David penned a lot of life lessons. And something about David, David was a realist. David was emotional. You say, no, he wasn't. Oh, yes, he was. Because every time David was convicted, he'd cry out. That's emotion. Even when he was in his low spot, he was a praiser. That's emotion. Even though David uh, was a scrawny boy, David had anger issues too. That's emotion. Because he was human. We hear a lot of analogies from a lot of different theologians, scholars, philosophers. It's all the same message. It's a different method in which the message is delivered. See, when you bless, you can't worry about what other folks think. I used to make little jokes about Diana Ross. Diana Ross, when she would accept her awards. When I was a kid, I used to watch her. She'd get on there and accept her awards. She'll tell the people, I love you, and I love you, and I know, and you know, and I know, you know. Diana Ross, uh, and I use that little small corny analogy uh, to say, if you know, know. You know, you pinch yourself. Sometimes you be thinking like, man, all the stuff I've been dealing and doing and saying, mistakes, ups and downs, all around, still blessed. Clay Evans said we walk around complaining with a loaf of bread under our arm, still blessed. Said the wino didn't have a Bible under his arm, didn't even have on a suit. But even the wino know that they're blessed. And as long as you delight yourself, he'll give you the desires of your heart. And I'm here to tell you that, in this world, there's no such thing as no tribulation. Mm-hmm. No such thing of it. Because, see, John told us, I think it was in John 16, and I'm in a different translation. You may not, you may have some tribulations, but, the good Lord said he come to overcome the world. We used to hear a song when we was in vacation Bible school. When we was kids, and he said he got the whole world in his hand. And what lets me know that I'm blessed? I'm going to tell you. Even in my mother's womb, see, even in my mother's womb, he knew me. Although we were shapen in iniquity, he knew me. Although we've had some setback, spiritual, natural, physical, he still knows me. He still blesses me. And when you can learn to identify that you're blessed. And you might be stressed, and you're going to take some tests, but I promise you, he'll give you rest. Milton Brunson came out with a song, No Rest for the Weary. Toward the end of that song, the young man said, no doubt about it, we're going to sit and talk about it. What a day that's going to be. You hear, in the Pentecostal church, you would hear leaders say, you don't have to wait till the battle's over. But you can shout right now. It sounds cute, but it's true. When you wake up in the morning, lay your head down at night, and you didn't wake up on the cooling board, you wasn't breaking news last night. The bullet that had your name on it went another way. The grave that was meant for you was filled with somebody else because he gave you another opportunity so you can show them how grateful you are for being blessed. Trees, they're so fascinating. You ever just go for a ride? Sometimes I would just get in the car when I was driving, and I would just go, in the countryside. I'd be driving, I have my music on, I would just look at the scenery. I would look at the trees. I look at the cornfields. Look at the livestock. Look at the different wildlife and their habitat, their environment. You know what I find so amusing? And it really tickles me. We as human beings, we complain a lot. But I've never heard a bird complain. Even a bird wake up in the morning and chirp and tell God thank you for the worm. Even the stray cat purrs, meows, and tells God thank you. Even when they don't have a place to lay their head and they're digging through scraps. Even the cow on the farm, Shout out Marvin Winans. They came out with a song back in the 80s. Said everything you touch is a song. Even the baby when it's born comes out the mother's womb. Some babies you got to slap on the bottom a little bit to get them to vocalize that they're here. But they got enough common sense. Because I thought we was taught that everything that had breath when you bless, and you've been through this thing called life. See, some of you have been healthy all your life, but when you've been on death's door a couple times, you look at life different. You know, the air smell different. You eat your food different. You treat people different when you realize that you're blessed. Because some folk didn't wake up today. And I'm mindful of the fact that I didn't have to be permitted nor afforded the opportunity to be able to wake up. You know. And everyone knows they're blessed, but are we thankful? Are we thankful that we're blessed? We've been afforded so many opportunities, in this world. To do what we need to do to show him how appreciative we are. I told you a story about 32 days ago. I went for a walk about 32 days ago on a Sunday. And I ran into a Caucasian man down the road. And that particular morning, I woke up in a little bit of pain. And if I can be transparent, I woke up a little bit depressed. Until I saw a man that was in worse condition than me. And I immediately began to count my blessings. Mm-hmm. Immediate. Begin to count my blessings. I think about when I was going to the nursing home. And some people you would see lying there, and they might have a picture by the bed. You go to grandma's house. I use this example all the time with my Uncle Ed's house. They had a picture of him and his wife, my Aunt Connie, when they were married, their wedding day. And the picture that you seen in the black and white was a total transformation of what you saw in real life. And you would look and see the person in the picture 30, 40 years prior, and you see life, vibrance, youthfulness. And then you glance back over and you see this person lying in a convalescent home. And you sit back and you think in your mind, one day, that's going to be me. That's going to be you. And it might not be a convalescent home. It may be in your home. Acknowledge the fact that you blessed now. Just why, Ecclesiastes 12:1, he said, remember now, your Creator in the days of your youth. So when the evil day comes, old age, death, sickness, see, Don't wait until you 45 and 60, and then you want to acknowledge that you're blessed. See, while you have a reasonable portion of your health and strength, while you in your right mind, you better be mindful, lest we forget, right? And that one day, your youthfulness is going to fade away. Yeah. One day, your mind ain't going to click like it was clicking. You hear me? One day, you're not going to be able to just jump out the bed as you once did. Don't waste your goods and then give the good Lord sloppy seconds 50, 60 years later when you can't walk and you really know you need the Lord then. Hear me? Don't wait until the doctor diagnoses you with some conditions in your body to come talking about you blessed. See, when we waste our youth to the spoils of life without coming to yourself, can I help you? Thank you for those who come on early this morning. I wasn't anticipating that. Thank you. There was a young man, grew up in a good home. Can I tell my story? He come up in a good home. Father had plenty of money. Had some siblings. Royal treatment was given to this young man every day. He had the finest clothes, footwear, what they say, on fleek. Had a nice ride, age of 15, got his license, driver. Let's say he had a Corvette. He had one, driving it. Had a motorcycle. If he didn't want to do that, he had a 10-speed. If he didn't want to do the 10-speed, he had a mountain bike. If he didn't have a do the mountain bike, he had chauffeurs. But one day he said to his dad, he said, "Dad, I appreciate everything you did." I'm paraphrasing. Help you. I'm tired of, this nice life. I want to get out and do my own thing. Can you cash in my CDs and my investment and let me sell my cars and stuff and just let me go? And the good book said he went out and he spent his life on righteous living. Can you help me say prodigal? The young man went out, spent all his money, kicking it with the homies, poured a little liquor out, smoking some weed, snorting some cocaine, doing some dope, having some drinks. Famine breaks out in the land. He ends up in a hog pen, eating slop with the pigs. Young man. Yeah. He ended up in slop with the pigs. All the ones that was running with him, his friends and everything, they was, they left him out there, They helped him spend all his money. He had some riotous living. He was in trouble, partying, kicking it with the women's and whatever he was doing. The book say riotous, so that means he was doing stuff really that was he was out of control. It was unmanaged. He didn't have any self-control. He didn't have any discipline. He was acting on impulse, despite the way the home he came from. I just told you he had everything that he could have. He went to the best schools, had the monies and cars. His daddy had everything. He had siblings around him. But the good book said he came to himself. Came to himself. That's what the book said. Not only did he come to himself, humility struck him in here. He began to think he was unworthy to even go back home. He was ashamed. He didn't want to go home because he was ashamed. You know his daddy had taught him right. His daddy had provided for him, gave him everything he needed, but he needed a taste of what he wanted to experience. But one day he got up out that pig pen. Smelling like urine, smelling like feces. Smelling like the slop. But he came to himself. And sometimes we have to go out. In another chapter in life, I pastored. And I delivered a sermon one day. And the title of the sermon was, sometimes you have to go out to get back in. I don't challenge you to do that. Sometimes that's what it takes. And this young man had to experience life, tragedy, and trauma for himself. Watch this. He comes to himself, he leaves, and he goes disoriented, ashamed, broke, hungry, weary, battered, bruised, scarred. Felt as though he was an inconvenience. You start walking down the road. It's your gold nugget today. Start walking down the road. Hear me? He starts walking down the road. Something about a parent and a child. And I can't speak for how women feel for their children. I know women are nurturers by nature. But something about a father's love for their child. I don't give a damn what that child does and how hard that father seems to be. There's no love like a father's love. I'm going to help you. Watch this. The boy starts walking down the road. His father just been happened to be outside sweeping the porch. I'm paraphrasing. Is that okay? I want to help you catch this. Father out sweeping porch off, getting newspaper, getting his older brothers on their chores and assignment around the house, getting the servants or whatever they was doing. All I know is the book said that he saw the boy afar off. Can I help you? I don't care how dirty that young man was. I don't care about the stench that was on that young man. I don't care how much weight he lost. I don't care how bruised and battered and injured he was. A father knows their child. Walking. The book said that the man saw his son afar off, and all the time, you got the adversary in the young man's mind. Each step he took, thinking that his father probably wouldn't receive him because he had made some mistake. He knew what he was doing was wrong. Young man. That's what young men do. Some children leave the flock. Some leave the fold. They go out, have righteous living. But when the child came to himself, to help you, The father embraced his child. Servant, get him cleaned up. You know, get him the Gucci, the Prada, the whatever, the triple pack goose coat. I don't know what the temperature was outside. I don't know what the weather was. All I know, he said, give my boy the finest. Get him cleaned up. And then when you clean them up, you said, go give him the fattest calf. I want him to have the best meat. I don't want him to have oxtail, pig feet. I don't want him to have no hog maw. I want him to have the fattest calf, some beef, right? Because beef takes long to digest, and it's going to get you full real good. It's going to give you some protein, some nutrient, right? And the father had him come on. Hezekiah Walker came out with a song. Monique led the song. The song was Come Home. And they had another song called Second Chance. I told you the other day, sometime he give you more than 1, 2, 3 chances. You know, we always hear the people say he's a God of second chances. Well, I've had about 1,000 chances. Hear me? You know, because we all filthy rags, right? But when you come to yourself, that young man knew that he was what? Blessed. But although the condition that he was in, he knew that if he went back home, can I help you? He knew that if he went back home, hope was there, health was there, strength was there, relief was there, love was there. Fast forward, New Testament with love and what? Kindness. Have we done what? Pushed you away? No, drawn thee. See, love is an action verb. Don't wait till your body and stuff start breaking down. You know, don't go out and create tests just to have a testimony. Sometimes you got to be content where you are, because sometimes, and I'm going to help you, because I watch people on the YouTube and different things like that. And I tell the people, say, keep doing what you're doing, because you know that touched me today, and you didn't see. That's why we have to understand. See, your head is not too big where someone can insert some information in there that get you where you need to be. But you have to come to yourself, and you have to have understanding. And all I get what? Understanding. And we have to understand that, hey, we are blessed people. You know, you might not have what you want, but I can bet your bottom dollar you got everything you need. You know, you might not have steak, huh? You might not have filet mignon. You might not have pork chop. You might not have the best of everything, you know, but it still got hot dogs, bologna, spam, treat, bread, crackers, water, milk. Hear me? You say, man, you be talking crazy. No. Listen, Moses led the children of Israel, right? They weren't eating steak. God sent them quail. Some of them didn't want it. They just asked for food. God gave them quail. Right? John the Baptist was a trailblazer going through the wilderness. He wasn't eating steak and ribeyes. He was eating locusts and honey. Right? The prophet, he didn't have no food. He was in hiding because Jezebel and they wanted to kill him. But God sent a raven, the dirty bird, to feed him, to give him nourishment. Tell me. I understand. We blessed. We've been afforded an opportunity to breathe borrowed air. See, we are walking around really on life support, all of us. Because all God got to do is snap the finger, speak the word. Your airways close off, and you be down on the ground, back to dust. So we have to be mindful that we have to count what our blessing. Be like the tree, get planted, get rooted somewhere, so that our minds can expand with knowledge, so that we might bless somebody else. Silver and gold have I none, but what I have, would you allow me to impart it unto you? Would you allow me to give it to you? Information, emotion, conversation, golden nuggets, music, information on this station, WTRUTH. You get a lot of things here, but I want to give you something that's going to help you, namely on Sunday. If you don't get it no other day, please tune in on Sunday. Early Sunday morning. You're always going to get a golden nugget from Brother D. Fam. And if it's not for you, please don't discard that information. Please pass it on. Please don't be the foolish man and stand in the way of sinners and transgressors. Please don't block the light so that others can see and they can get an understanding and they can get some enlightenment. You know, I can talk to you for days, hours. I talk to people for a living. That's what I did. Customer service was always top of my list. When I was in the secular field in the restaurant, people loved me. I don't care what company I worked for. When you walked in the door, you felt the love. You know, I had a philosophy when I would do my shift preparations, and I would always have the prettiest and kindest people on the front registers and in my drive-through. First impression, last impression. You get some hard ankle at the counter, rude, you know, don't know how to talk to people. It's a turnoff. You put your 8 players in the front and you surround them with the support. And you can bet your bottom dollar the money came through those establishments. You know, and when they had issues, they knew who to ask for. And we took care of them. You know, when they're debating with them, you spend your hard-earned money, I'm going to give you what you want. You know, and people come back, right? Word of mouth, experience. And when you give people an experience and it's pleasant, people are more prone and more receptive to hear what you have to say. Namely, if there's truth. Not truth entwined with manipulation, but sincerity and transparency. And you don't need a pulpit to do it. You can live a moral life, you can give information, you can give instruction, you can give your cross reference, and people appreciate that. And I do this every Sunday. And I'm going to tell you why I do Golden Nuggets on Sunday. I'm a church boy in my heart. The word is always hidden in my heart. It's there. It ain't going nowhere. I was a credential holder for almost 40 years. That's never going to leave me. No matter how many cigarettes I smoke, how much whiskey I drink, God always convicts me and compels me to give back. Because all that word is in me, I can't just keep it hidden. I got to release it and share it with people. Everybody's not going to be receptive. This is not a theological piece. This is not a denominational piece. This is Golden Nugget Sunday morning inspiration. Some of you are getting up, shaving your legs, getting your hair and stuff together because you got an early service, 8 o'clock, 7, early a.m., however your service works. And sometimes people wake up and they tune in and you get so much garbage in the algorithm sometimes. Some people just need to hear something. Some people just need to hear. It could be one sentence, one word, one phrase, one paragraph. But some people just need to hear something to release their mind. And if you put good information out that's going to encourage and empower people, trust and believe, sooner rather than later, people will catch on. So I do more than cuss folk out. I'm a church boy at heart. I used to always joke around and say I'm half hood, half holy, with a conservative flair to it. So the word is always in me. I've always been an avid studier. It's a fella let you know that Brother D. Pham is in his right mind. Sometimes trauma changes a person. And when you get age like I am now, and I'm well over the age of Jubilee, well beyond those years, I'm just trying to let you know that sometimes experience in life and age changes a person. And you have to look at life through a different lens. And if I can just continue to be used as his small vessel and instrument, even in my sin, it doesn't negate the fact that I still have a calling on my life. And I'm not going to be selfish and not share with you the information and knowledge that has been instilled in me as a child. Now I'm an old man. And just because my collars and suits and everything have been thrown out, it doesn't negate the fact that I can use my mouth and I can use my experience and I can use the little bit of knowledge that I have to help make this world a better place. This might not be your day. You may operate on the Sabbath. This is the Golden Nugget Day. This is what I do on Sunday mornings. All day. We try to give inspiration. We give you good gospel music. We give you good information. Spiritual uplifting. Let us not forget that we're blessed people. You might not feel blessed. You might not look blessed. But you are blessed. Yeah, look at yourself in the mirror when you get up this morning. If you're laying in the bed watching or you sit in your chair, when you go in that mirror, look at yourself in the mirror. Go through your photo book. Go through your cell phone. and begin to flip back over pictures from years previous and look at yourself now. And you'll be able to say, look where the Lord has brought me from. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you. So, 10 years ago, I had pearly white teeth with the exception of a gold crown in my mouth. 10 years ago, I was about 60 pounds bigger than this. So I'm talking about 15 years ago, this was all black. About 15, 20 years ago, I had a hair full of hair. Taper fade. Hear me? But time, your body changed. Your thinking process changed. Your hands begin to get wrinkled at the top and your veins begin to protrude and your fingers begin to look a little wrinkled up. Because your body knows that it's on time clock, a time schedule. Some of you 30, 40 years ago, you was just learning how to walk. Now you're running. So time has a way of showing us that we're blessed. In the city, in the field, coming, going, blessed. But you got to operate in your blessing. And sometimes you got to sit still and just let him do what he's going to do. I'm going to chop it up with you for a few more minutes. And I want to end with this song by Kirby Brown. I really love Kirby. Kirby's a good man. I like Kirby. I remember Kirby used to sing, he came out that song, Leave with Hezekiah Walker, Make It to the City. Said, I'm going to make it. With Jesus on my side, I know I will. That's what Kirby said. That was on the album Live in New York. No, Make It to the City was, that was a live album. When Hezzy came out, it was hitting it real big. Hezzy had a lot of live albums. A lot of his albums was live. Live in Toronto, live in New York. Aaron Hall did a song with him, No Greater Love. I'll Fly Away, Restoring to Me. That's live in New York. Live in Toronto, When We Get Over There. Beautiful song. Live at Morehouse College. That's Make It to the City. Yeah, live at Morehouse College. You got Hezzy standing up in a CD. No, it wasn't no CD, it was a cassette tape. Oh, Hezzy. Hezzy was a little small dude then. Hezzy big as a butterball now, bless his heart. I want you to hear this song here, and I'm going to head out. I want you to hear this, close out with this song. Shout out to Miami Music Workshop. I want you to hear this, and I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you today coming in. Thank you for the 8 likes. Thank you for the 3 still remain. And this Sunday, I hope you enjoyed what we gave you today. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, he won't let you down for sure. He won't. He won't. All right, Dottie. I almost said Dottie Peoples. You know, she used to do little, little bears like that, little Dottie. Bless her heart. Somebody told me she died. I hope she didn't. Never, never, never. Hey, take care of yourself and just my prayer, Brother D. Fam. That's who the heck I am. It's Sunday. And you have received your golden nugget inspiration today. Kirby from Michigan Man, rest in heaven. Miami Mass Choir, we thank you. Hey, Malaco Records, hey, thank you for using that music today. Mississippi Children's Mass. Kirby Brown, Miami Mass, closing out. Sunday morning golden nugget. I'm Brother D. Fam. Can you enjoy yourself today? Can you have a good day? You know, if you're really saved and you're really gonna cut one today, can you cut one for me? I ain't got no strength today for that. Can you cut one for me today? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah. Hey, take care. That's it. I'm out. Thank you for the 8. Sorry I was late, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm Brother D. Fam. That's who the heck I am. And it's Sunday! And you're blessed. You know how I know? Because you've been watching me. So I know you can see. I'm Brother D. I'm out here.